Today I'll be talking about the topic that I know for a fact that 90% of people avoid talking about. You will know exactly why and how to use it to your advantage to free up your mind and start living a happier life. When the bodily functions reach equilibrium, we call that death. So death is the name of the body's transition from the known to the unknown. Life as we understand it is a dynamic process of constant imbalance and adjustment to maintain homeostasis, which is internal environment. Here's how this happens. During life, the body is in a state of dynamic equilibrium, constantly adjusting to external and internal changes like maintaining temperature, pH, oxygen levels, and exchange of energy, which is the constant movement defining the activity of cells, organs, and systems. Death is a transition. At death, this dynamic process stops. The body stops adjusting and systems settle into a final state of equilibrium. In science terms, the energy that once animated the body transitions back into the environment in line with the laws of conservation of energy. In theology, spirit returns back to the Creator, God. The body decomposes, returning to nature and becoming part of the broader ecosystem, soil, air, and other life forms. Now here's the broader spiritual standpoint. If you view the body as the physical vessel and the soul or consciousness as the true essence, then death is not an end but a transition. The body returns to the earth and the spirit returns to its source or continues its journey, unbound by physical limitations. Death is therefore the moment when the spirit or consciousness detaches from the physical experience. Here's why death can be seen as equilibrium. In physics, equilibrium is the state where all forces balance out and no further changes occur unless acted upon by an external force. In death, the biological systems stop fighting to maintain balance. The struggle of adaptation and survival ends, and what remains is a peaceful stillness, a final state of balance for the body. So in essence, death is not an enemy. It is a natural transition, much like other cycles in life like sleep, growth, and or change. While the physical body stops its dynamic functions, the essence of life, whether viewed as spirit, energy, or legacy, persists in other forms. Seeing death as the body's transition to equilibrium reframes it as part of the natural order rather than a fearful or unnatural event. It also emphasizes the continuity of life as energy beyond physical existence. You must be old enough to understand that the information I've covered alone cannot diminish people's fear of death. This is because the fear is often tied to unresolved inner conflicts, unfulfilled purposes, or lack of clarity about one's role in life. Here's the further touch on this idea. The fear of unfinished business. People instinctively feel the need to contribute something meaningful to the world, but when they don't know what that is, they often feel unprepared for death. This fear is amplified by the regret of leaving things undone or unspoken. It stems from an awareness of their potential but lack of action or direction, creating a deep sense of unease. Not knowing one's purpose leads to a hope to delay death indefinitely. This can result in deeper anxiety because deep down everyone knows that death is inevitable. The conscious mind may suppress thoughts of mortality, but the subconscious is fully aware of its inevitability. This inner conflict manifests as anxiety, fear, or even apathy. Without clarity on what life is meant for, death feels like a looming cutoff point, intensifying the pressure to find meaning. Conversely, discovering a purpose can free the mind. When someone understands their role in life, the fear of death diminishes. They feel they are actively contributing to something greater, which bridges a sense of peace. Those with a clear sense of direction live more fully, knowing their legacy will persist in some form, even after their physical body is gone. Fear often stems from future-based thinking. Learning to live in the present moment can help minimize the fear of running out of time. Without a clear purpose, people may distract themselves to avoid confronting the mortality, but this only deepens the fear. In some cases, this fear leads to inaction, where individuals neither embrace life fully nor prepare for its end. The subconscious hope of avoiding death creates a mental loop that stifles true freedom of thought and creativity. However, realizing that death is not an end but a transition can liberate the mind. Purpose doesn't have to be monumental. It can be as simple as living authentically, helping others, or experiencing joy of living by embracing the flow of life with all its uncertainties and mysteries. One can live harmoniously with the unstoppable reality of death. Now, I feel it would be an absolute crime to cover the mental freedom without touching on resentment and guilt. Resentment and guilt are negative emotional states that primarily harm the person holding them. Recognizing their futility and consciously releasing them can lead to significant mental and physical freedom. Here's a deeper look into this. I will give you in 6 powerful poems. Resentment is a response to perceived wrongs done by others to you. It holds on to past hurt, often replaying the event in the mind. Guilt is a response to wrongs we believe we've inflicted on others. It anchors us in self-blame and regret over past actions. Both are backward-facing emotions, keeping the mind trapped in events that cannot be undone. Number 2, the danger in holding resentment or guilt. These emotions create a cycle of negativity, limiting one's ability to move forward and experience peace. Physical health. Chronic resentment and guilt can lead to stress, which negatively impacts the immune system, increases blood pressure, and contributes to diseases like heart conditions. Emotional paralysis, meaning both states create stagnation, blocking creativity, joy, and connection. Number 3, the illusion of benefit. People often hold on to resentment or guilt because they believe it serves a purpose. Resentment feels like a form of justice, holding the offender accountable. Guilt feels like a form of self-punishment for wrongdoing. In reality, neither changes the past or create the better future. They only harm the person experiencing them. 4. The power of conscious release. Forgiveness isn't about condoning harm. It's about freeing oneself. It's about freeing yourself from its grip. Self-compassion means accepting past mistakes as part of growth and committing to do better moving forward. Recognizing that the past is unchangeable and the future depends on present actions helps break the cycle of guilt and resentment. Letting go creates space for joy, creativity, and new opportunities. 5. A shift in perspective. Life is a continuum. Whatever happened before is part of the learning curve. Every moment is an opportunity to realign with what truly matters. Releasing guilt and resentment is a choice that signals self-respect and a commitment to mental and physical health. Health benefits. Improved stress level, better sleep, strong immunity, and overall well-being are natural outcomes of letting go. 6. It's a damn game. I don't care how justified you are in holding a resentment, there are no winners in that game. It's like throwing the dust into someone else's wind. You know exactly where that dust is going to end up. The person who caused the harm, either real or perceived, isn't affected by your resentment. Your guilt doesn't erase past mistakes, it only diminishes your ability to grow from them. These emotions accelerate suffering, robbing you of the chance to thrive in the present moment. Letting go of resentment and guilt is not about erasing the past, but about reclaiming your power over the present. By recognizing their futility and consciously choosing to release these states, you break free from their mental and physical chains. The result is a lighter, freer, and healthier life, a life where you can focus on what truly matters here and now. If you want to take it further by discovering your life's purpose and reshape your life in your own terms, we have a customizable vision planner in the video description below. Thank you for your time.